Well, what do we have on the windshield? Oh my goodness. Wake up this morning to snow. It's snowing in the Carolinas, so you know people are freaking out. They gotta race to the grocery store and get their bread and milk and TP and BS, and school's closed or canceled. My Dodge has a nice coating on it. I get the windshield wipers going here, and I'm glad I replaced them. I need to go ahead and get the back, if I can do it here. There we go, I can see. Awesome. Yeah, I know, I'm only driving to get my mail. Everybody's driving slow, some people are not. Cross here. Yeah, it's starting to stick on the roads too. According to the forecast, we're supposed to get around 1 to 2 inches. So, that's something. Debris pile still there after 2 weeks or longer. Yeah, this is a pleasant surprise to come home to. And yeah, quick follow-up from my Mexico videos. I'm sure people will probably ask, how things went behind the scenes, and everything went very well. Family was glad to see me. I got everything I wanted to accomplish on my final trip to Iguala, Mexico. I went to the cemetery a couple of times. Really, I felt like that's all I needed to do. I didn't want to keep, depressing myself. Plus, I was helping the family with some projects, which I'm sure you've seen by now if you checked out the final playlist of my last excursion to Iguala, Mexico. But yeah, everything went very well. The family was happy to see me. There was no animosity. They've all come to grips that, this cancer that she had was unstoppable, and nothing anybody could do to stop it, once it was discovered. And 6 months later, that was it. So, yeah, mother-in-law, sister-in-laws, brother-in-laws, all the family, of course they want me to come back, and I told them I just don't think I can do that anymore. It's not the same, and that was another reason I went. I wanted to see, how I would feel going back for the first time, knowing my wife was no longer here. And yeah, it's just not the same, despite having fun, and I had my time with the family. I had a good time, but again, it's still not the same. In the back of my mind, it's unfortunate, but in order for me to move on, I need to stop going there. I just can't keep. It's like opening up, healing wounds, and that's basically what happened when I went down there this time. So I hope the post office is open. I don't see anybody there. But yeah, let me get in here and see if I can get my mail that they've been holding for 11 days. I hope it's open. Alright, yep, got my mail. Not much, mostly junk. And the snow is still coming. Actually, funny thing, I ran into the postmaster. I interviewed with him about 3 years ago for a couple of jobs, but because I had an accident on my record from driving to our old Charlotte location that we used to have, they wouldn't hire me. Well, and they go by 5-year driving records, so that accident, I think, is about to drop off, if it hasn't already. I don't think it has, but I'm going to check. But I just talked to him for a good 15 minutes, and he said he needs carriers, and he remembers me from the interviews, knew I had the tax business and stuff like that, and I told him, yeah, I'm interested in reapplying, you know, if you got anything coming up. And he said, you know, I've got at least 11 positions that are coming open within the next 2 weeks to a month. I'm like, really? Okay, I'll be applying. You know, I told him about what happened with my wife, because he remembered our tax business and stuff, our Spanish services business, and told him, yeah, that's probably coming to an end. You know, I lost my wife to cancer. Told him the whole story about that, and you know, he was sad to hear that, because you know, he again remembered my location with our you know, flags and stuff like that would help identify to the customers, you know, where we were located, because we couldn't have an actual business sign being in a residential neighborhood. So yeah, sounds real positive. Of course, you know, I'm not dressed to impress, but you know, it would be a rural carrier job, and again, you know, those jobs pay around 18, 19 an hour to start. So you know, that's pretty good money. And you know, again, I only had that one accident, which I think that's what screwed up everything, because I you know, I even took video driving to Charlotte, where I had to go for the drug test, and yeah, I had to you know, go up to Charlotte for the examination. I think that was in 2015. I think it was 15. But yeah, but yeah, he remembered me, and I'm like, yeah, if you got anything, I'm interested. So yeah, I'm already putting feelers out, you know, to see what's out there, because I got to start anew. After this year, I just do not think my tax business is going to stay afloat. You know, I'm going to keep the business license for those that do decide to show up, but yeah, came back and there's only like 6 messages, and I think, you know, half of those are from spammers. So yep, I mean we're really, I think the tax season doesn't start this year, or they're not going to start accepting returns until the 29th, and then we'll see if we have customers. So, but yeah, so that was good. I mean, you know, one day back from Mexico, and then I see my possible future boss if I get a job at the post office, you know, a government job. And you know, again, they are all about hiring veterans, so you know, which I am. U.S. Navy Nuclear Submarine Force, for those that don't know. Oh yeah, snow is sticking on the road. I can feel the tires slipping a little bit. So yeah, this is probably the only driving I'm going to do today. I'm just kind of doing a final video from getting back from Mexico, my final trip to Iguala. I know people are going to ask, when are you going back? And I'm going to have to tell them, probably never. You know, it's just, I mean, times have changed. It's not the same. Like I said before, even, you know, going down there, it just felt different. So anyway, yeah, I'm about home, so we'll just wrap up this driving in the snow, picking up mail adventure. And until the next time, next thrilling video, adios.